And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. The stage is set for multiple legal showdowns between President Trump and some U.S. law firms, and it could get ugly. My next guest says it's concerning that attorneys are being targeted by his administration. And joining us on The Factor Uncensored tonight, we have with us Kate Lincoln-Goldfinch of Lincoln-Goldfinch Law Firm in Austin. And of course, Kate, what we have seen from President Trump so far during his administration when it comes to going after other law firms out there. I think we recently saw the Paul Weiss law firm in his crosshairs, and they came to the table and negotiated and decided to give him $40 million in pro bono legal work as a result of the pressure they felt. Your thoughts about how the president is going after, as many say, law firms that are out there?
I think it's pretty chilling. You know, when the administration starts targeting the lawyers, hopefully everyone starts paying attention. And I know the latest executive order, and it wasn't an order, it was a memo on Friday, was aimed directly at my bar, the immigration law bar, and accused us of having unscrupulous practices and telling our clients to lie, which is completely untrue. But I also know that the immigration bar, myself included, we're not going to just stop filing cases and stop helping people. We're very mission focused, and we do this work not for the money. It's not the most lucrative practice around, but we do this work because we believe so deeply in our clients and this country. And so issuing these memos against, the immigration law bar as a wide swath just isn't going to work at the end of the day.
Well, Kate, when you have a major law firm, the average viewer may not know about Paul Weiss, but it's a huge law firm with a lot of Democratic ties to the Democratic Party. And when they come to the table, when they feel like the president is going after them or targeting them, and they come to the table and negotiate with the president and say, look, if you back off of us, we'll give you $40 million in pro bono legal work. And if they turn over like that, then what hope is there for smaller firms out there around this country if someone in a particular party decides to go after them?
I think, people will just have to band together. These smaller lawyers, if they're going after one of us, all of us are going to have to jump on and protect each other as a group. And I think these bigger firms, each large law firm has its own politics, its own partnership, and they are going to have to make decisions for themselves. In the Facebook groups that I belong to, in the general legal community, I sense disappointment amongst the lawyers at any law firm that just rolls over at the Trump administration right now. We see ourselves as lawyers as the people who really stand up for and believe in the rule of law. And so when that's going away, this is when we get louder. And for the most part, the lawyers that I know are thinking and acting that way. But of course, there's going to be some people who decide to do otherwise. And we'll just have to see, how far this whole thing goes.
It was my understanding, Kate, that there were a group of attorneys who were preparing to file an amicus brief in this case involving President Trump and the Paul Weiss law firm, meaning essentially they don't have any specific skin in the game, but it's in their best interest that they get involved in this. For those who are not familiar with an amicus brief, and what does that mean? What does that show to the public, to the president, if these law firms band together and file this brief?
It's like friends of the plaintiff or friends of the defendant. It's all of these people who come together. We're not a party to the lawsuit, but we have thoughts and a reason to voice our thoughts. And so they'll file this brief jointly together. And, I hope we do see a big amicus brief and a lot of participation in it. And I know, for example, there have been resignations of highly competent lawyers at certain law firms if they're not feeling like their firms are going to participate in the amicus brief. I imagine in the insides of these law firms there are huge debates raging amongst the lawyers within the firms about what they want to do and will they sign on.